literally, where I grew up, there was no application for art. You know, it just didn't really exist, so. But people seem to think I was like an artsy guy. Yeah, my brother, who's a year and a half younger, he gave me a camera, and I liked the way it felt. I think what I'm doing is just like, kind of like dancing around this whole theme all the time, but without really saying it. It's just like little elements. Like there's kind of just certain threads that I'm always attracted to, and I like pulling them out of everyday life. I like, the thing that I like about the documentary thing is like I like real access to something. Like if I go somewhere, I'm not going to just shoot, you know, I'm less likely to shoot just like something like a touristy landscape. I'd much more rather like be in someone's home and like visit them and see what they do. The thing is, like, there are these two brothers I knew, and like, it's a long story, but basically they were like on to really bad things at a really young age, and I always thought they were so radical. It just registered with me as like, wow, these kids are like far out, you know. And that, a lot of my work, a lot of my photographs are based on that.
Okay.
Like these kids and where they grew up and just knowing them. I don't necessarily know what I'm looking for when I set out. Like I really don't try to control things too much. I just try to let things happen. Because sometimes I don't even see it until I edit, you know. So, and that's, a lot of photographers want to control everything and like have everything look their way, but I'm sort of the opposite. Like I almost like it if I believe that like to really get a good portrait of someone, it's almost like you have to let them direct it. I mean, I guess a lot of what I like is when I see evidence of like an intersection of like the human touch and nature, and sometimes it's really bad, like a burnt down house, or that photo where there's like trees growing through the hood of a car. Like I really like that because it's like, it's kind of telling, I think, of the past and maybe the future. Kind of everything is a potential photo. And you know, part of it is like, there's some sort of, maybe I've built up some sort of pressure for myself to like keep up this momentum. But the other thing is like, I really like it. I like something about just pulling an image out of thin air. It just doesn't get boring to me. You know, I like to kind of whittle it down to this thing where it's just about like my eye, like what I see, what I want to highlight. It's almost like partially like shooting and partially just like curating images, you know, choosing stuff. Because I don't shoot in really an artistic way necessarily. It's more just like, it's almost like utilitarian, like, bam, there it is. I sort of hope to find images that are like confrontational in a way where, you know, like that poster, that ring of leaves, maybe you'll look at that and consider your spirituality for a second. You know, maybe it makes you think of something like that, or same with that skull thing. You know, it's like, I kind of like these things that are almost like road marks in life, or like forks, like you either choose this side or that side, and you're like, whoa, who made this thing? Like, what is it? It can be natural or man-made, but it's like, that's a lot of the stuff I like. Kind of things, I almost feel like a lot of things are symbolic for me, and that's how I choose it.